The Netherlands is one of the most beloved countries in Europe, a small nation that the world dreams of living in, or at the very least, visiting once in a lifetime. Though it covers just about 41,000 square kilometers, roughly the size of a single province in Turkey, it's home to nearly 18 million people, almost as many as Istanbul. So, what makes this country so irresistibly appealing? Let's find out. They say no trip to the Netherlands is complete without a visit to its capital, Amsterdam. Located in northwestern Europe, the Netherlands may be small in size, but it holds a strategic position, bordering the North Sea to the west and north, Germany to the east, and Belgium to the south. With just over 41,000 square kilometers of land, it has one of the highest population densities in Europe. Most of the country is flat and low-lying, with over one-third of its land below sea level. This is exactly why the Netherlands is world-famous for its dikes, canals, and polders, a testament to Dutch ingenuity in water management. Many of the country's major cities, including Amsterdam, Rotterdam, and Utrecht, are located in the Randstad, a large, bustling metropolitan region that serves as the Netherlands' economic, cultural, and transportation hub. But for those seeking peace and green open spaces, there's Flevoland, a province entirely created from reclaimed land. Here, you'll find grassy fields, windmills, and tranquil residential areas. The Netherlands' flat terrain also makes it perfect for cycling, which happens to be the most popular mode of transportation among locals. The climate is mild year-round, with summer temperatures ranging from 17 degrees Celsius to 22 degrees Celsius, and winter hovering between 2 degrees Celsius and 6 degrees Celsius. Rain is fairly common, so it's a good idea to always carry an umbrella. The Netherlands may be small in size, but when it comes to mindset and social systems, it stands among the most progressive nations in the world. Here, language isn't just a tool for communication, it's a gateway to global integration. While Dutch is the official language, the Dutch are renowned for their fluency in English, with over 90% of the population able to communicate comfortably, even in rural areas. Students typically learn 2 to 3 foreign languages in secondary school, most commonly English, German, and French. In the region of Friesland, the Frisian language is preserved and taught as part of the local cultural heritage. If language opens the door to the world, politics is the foundation that keeps Dutch society grounded through change. The Netherlands operates under a constitutional monarchy combined with a parliamentary democracy. The king serves a ceremonial role, while executive power lies with the parliament and the prime minister. Elections are transparent and fair, and policies are openly communicated and subject to independent public oversight. The Dutch government consistently ranks among the world's leaders in transparency, civil liberties, and anti-corruption efforts. But what truly sets the Netherlands apart is how they understand and apply the law. This isn't a place where laws are just written in books. They're lived, built on trust, respect, and the courage to be ahead of their time. In fact, the Netherlands was the first country in the world to legalize same-sex marriage back in 2001, making it a haven for LGBTQ+ rights. From this legal foundation, a harmonious and inclusive society has taken root. Every citizen is required to have health insurance, yet the cost and quality of care are strictly regulated to prevent inequality. Education, from primary school to university, is comprehensively funded and prioritized. And gender equality in the Netherlands isn't just a slogan or something you read in reports. It's woven into everyday life. Women here lead companies, engineer infrastructure, raise children on their own, or choose not to marry, and no one judges them. Now, let's take a closer look at life in the Netherlands, the good and the not so good, so you can decide for yourself whether this is a place you'd want to call home. And don't forget to subscribe for more useful insights and stories like this. If you choose to live in the Netherlands, you won't just find a balanced lifestyle, you'll also discover real career opportunities in a system that values transparency, efficiency, and individual capability. Each morning might start in a cozy apartment where sunlight filters through the windows, and you hear the soft hum of bike tires rolling over brick-paved streets. This is a country of bicycles, and whether you're a student or a CEO, cycling to work is part of a calm, clean, and sustainable way of life. Work culture in the Netherlands is unique. Overtime is discouraged, and the mindset isn't live to work, but work to live well. Working hours are strictly respected. After 5 p.m., offices are mostly empty, as people head home to their families, hobbies, or a warm evening meal. In the workplace, hierarchy is minimal. Everyone calls each other by first names, including the boss. Respect is earned by competence, not by job title. Job opportunities are clearly defined across sectors. High-demand fields include IT, engineering, logistics, healthcare, finance, education, and research. As the logistics hub of Europe, the Netherlands is home to many companies in shipping, e-commerce, and tech, always on the lookout for international talent. With the right qualifications and skills, foreigners can apply for a work visa through the Highly Skilled Migrant Program, a clear and transparent process. However, to truly grow your career, speaking Dutch is a major advantage, even though English is the main language in many international companies. Learning Dutch helps you deepen your integration, build trust with local colleagues, and better understand the work culture. Outside of work, the cost of living in the Netherlands is relatively high, especially in big cities like Amsterdam and Rotterdam. Rent takes up a large part of the monthly budget, ranging from €1,200 to €1,800 for a small apartment. But in towns like Eindhoven, Tilburg, or Leeuwarden, you'll find lower costs with still excellent quality of life. Groceries are clean, fresh, and varied in supermarkets. Dining out is pricey, but hygiene and service are consistently high. As for healthcare, your first step is registering with a family doctor near your home. Not for daily checkups, but because this is the person who will guide you through every health situation. Whether it's a headache, mild fever, or emotional stress, you just book an appointment, show up on time, and avoid long waits or crowded clinics. If needed, your GP will refer you to a specialist. You can't just walk into a hospital. This system keeps healthcare efficient and prevents overload. Health insurance is mandatory and costs between €120 and €150 per month. While that might sound expensive, major costs like hospital stays, surgeries, and expensive medications are mostly covered once you meet the annual deductible of about €385. Most importantly, no one here is left behind due to a lack of money. The healthcare system ensures that everyone gets the care they need, without fear or financial burden. When it comes to lifestyle and society in the Netherlands, the first thing you'll learn is this: freedom must go hand in hand with responsibility. The Dutch are very direct. If they disagree, they'll say so outright. If you're late, they won't make a scene. but they probably won't invite you again. Being on time is seen as a sign of respect. And honesty? It's not considered a virtue, it's a requirement. They don't show off, don't pretend, and don't sugarcoat things. You won't see anyone cutting in line. You won't hear people shouting in public. And it's rare to see someone raise their voice at another person. In education, if you have young children, you'll find this is an ideal environment for them to grow up being themselves. At school, kids aren't pressured by grades, aren't compared to their classmates, but are encouraged to develop according to their own strengths. Teachers teach critical thinking, collaboration, and independence from an early age. Children are listened to and respected, something many adults never experienced growing up. They don't have to attend extra classes in the evening or be forced to learn piano or painting just because everyone else is doing it. They're free to choose what they enjoy and to pursue what truly excites them. And then, once you've gotten used to this way of life, you'll realize the Netherlands isn't an easy place to live, but it's a place worth living in for the long run. Not because of the high standard of living, but because people get to live with dignity. No one has to constantly seek validation. No one has to push through just to survive. You can be an immigrant, someone who doesn't speak perfect Dutch, someone living alone, and still be respected as part of the community. The Dutch are known for their directness, pragmatism, and honesty, traits shaped over centuries and now deeply rooted in their identity. They say what they think without going in circles, whether at work, with friends, or even with strangers. To them, being clear is a form of respect. Staying silent when something's wrong or sending mixed signals is seen as unhelpful, because when things are said clearly, everyone knows exactly where they stand. However, not all Dutch people are the same, no matter where you go. There are clear differences between the urban Randstad region, which includes Amsterdam, Rotterdam, The Hague, and Utrecht, and the more suburban or rural areas. In the Randstad, people tend to be open-minded and accepting of cultural, religious, and gender differences. Urban residents are often influenced by global trends in fashion, contemporary art, environmental awareness, and progressive thinking. Meanwhile, in areas outside the Randstad, especially in the so-called Bible Belt, lifestyles tend to be more conservative. Traditions are closely preserved, daily routines are shaped strongly by religion, and on Sundays, things are noticeably quieter. Shops are closed, and public activities slow down. The Dutch deeply value personal freedom, but that always comes with a sense of responsibility. This means you're free to do what you like, as long as it doesn't disturb others. Maintaining public order, being punctual, respecting personal space and privacy are all held in high regard. And when you meet those expectations, you're welcomed and respected, even if you come from a completely different cultural background. Their sense of humor can sometimes surprise foreigners. It's often dry, sarcastic, or subtly direct, but not meant to offend. When Dutch people joke, they expect you to get it, without making it obvious or over-explaining. They're also very practical when it comes to planning. If you want to meet someone on a Friday night, you'd better schedule it a few days in advance. And if you have an appointment at 3 p.m., show up on time, or at least don't be more than a few minutes late. For them, punctuality is a clear sign of respect. The Netherlands isn't just a country of windmills, canals, and tulips. It's also a place where human values are quietly but deeply preserved. Life here may not be loud, but it runs deep enough to leave a lasting impression on anyone who visits. If you'd like to keep exploring authentic insights into people, culture, and life around the world, don't forget to subscribe to the channel.